onto the objects and pressing return. Once the objects have been selected, an action can be performed against them. Now, if I knew the function key for the position action, I could just hit it.
Or we can press F10 and select position from the action bar?
Good. I'll press F10, move to the edit pull-down, and select the position action.
So, if I'm an experienced ViaVision user, I can use the function keys to save time. But if I'm a beginner, all that I have to know is that the F1 gives me help and the F10 gets my action bar.
And that very principle applies to every ViaVision program that we write. Okay, now that we've selected the position action, we can use the cursor keys to move around the screen until we reach our desired position. And then press return to mark that position.
This looks like fun.
Okay, Smarty, let's make this a little bit tougher. I want the name field to be 10 characters longer.
Oh, I know how to do that. Select the object, press F10 to get the action bar, pull down Edit, and select Modify, right?
Right. Are you ready to hire a new programmer, Dave?
I believe that OSHA regulations prohibit mixing marketing and programming skills in a confined area. Sorry, Lisa.
Okay. We select the object, press F10, move to the Edit pull-down, and choose Modify. Now we just lengthen the field by using the cursor keys and then press Return when the desired length is achieved.
We use a lot of multivariate data in our applications. How does ViaVision deal with that?
You're going to love this. Let's go and import 2 more fields into this panel. We'll import the contact and phone number fields. These fields will contain multiple contacts and an associated phone number. Let me show you. We press F10 to get the action bar. Pull down Edit and select the import action. Choose the file. Press Return to specify that these fields will be imported after the last field in this panel. And select the contact and the phone number fields. Now, notice in the 3rd column, the letter A indicates that the field will contain a single value, as opposed to a V, which indicates that the field will contain several values. The A stands for attribute, and the V stands for multi-value.
Yeah, I remember. The dictionary builder asked us to identify if each field would contain attribute, multi-valued, or sub-valued data.
Right. So now that we've selected our dictionary fields, we'll position them on the panel. Let's put them down here. Okay, that looks good, so I'll press Return to mark the position where I want the field. Look, ViaVision senses that you're importing a multi-valued field. It first asks you if you want to create a new multi-valued set. I'll answer yes. Then it will ask you if any subsequent multi-valued field should be logically associated with this one. In our case, we answer yes because we want the phone number to be associated with the contact name. Then ViaVision will ask you how many lines of multi-valued data to display. Let's display 3 lines. Now the field is imported with the proper depth for display, and we can import the phone number field. And voila, the multi-valued set is programmed.
Kathy, so far what you've shown us looks real nice, but they're still just data entry fields. I'll admit they look pretty, but they're just like all of our existing code. My PC programs have radio buttons and checkboxes. As trivial as that might seem, all of my PC programs use them, and people like them because they're easy to use and understand.
Well, every true SAA product must offer that checkbox capability, so ViaVision does too. Let me show you how that works. In SAA terminology, we call these select fields. Let's add one to our panel.
Since we didn't set up a select field in the dictionary, how are we going to import it into the panel?
In ViaVision, we have the choice of either defining our fields in the dictionary first and then importing them to the panel, or defining them in the panel and then tell ViaVision to export those definitions to build our dictionary. Let's create that select field now.
I'll press F10 to get the action bar. Pull down Edit and choose the Add action instead of the Import action. ViaVision will ask us what type of object we would like to add. Let's choose Select Field. Now we will be transferred to the Select Field Definition panel. First, we name the field. Let's call it Customer Type. This new field will display checkboxes for whether the customer is married, retired, or over 18. Since we didn't import this field from a dictionary, ViaVision does not know which file or attribute to store this information in, so we'll enter it manually. I'll define this field to update the cus.info file and update attribute 30. Next, we decide if the checkboxes will be displayed on the panel in vertical or a horizontal orientation. Then we put a title on the field. And we indicate if we want to allow only a single selection for the field, or if multiple checkboxes can be selected. Now we enter the literals for each checkbox that is to be displayed on the screen, and its associated token to be stored in the file when the checkbox is activated. And we just move the cursor to the location where we want to place this field and press Return to mark the position. It's that simple.
That is a nice looking screen, but does it really work?
Oh, ye of little faith. Why don't we run it and you can see for yourself. Here it is. Let's create a new customer. Customer 100,000. Kathy Morgan, 123 ABC Street, Anytown. Let's put in an invalid state to see if it is rejected. How about XX? Yep, invalid entry. We'll put in CA for California. The zip code is 99999. Now here's the multi-valued set. We put in Lisa Mitchell and her phone number, 555-1110. And the next contact, Dave Carter. And his phone number is 555-2220. And we don't have any more contact info, so we'll go to the next field and check over 18 and married. We can save the record, and now we'll call it back up. And there it is, folks, a working program. We even have online help and working action bars. ViaVision programs have lots of nice little features. Watch this. Let's say that I want to put the contact names with their phone numbers in alphabetical order. I simply go to the field, press F10 for my action bar, and select the Sort Values action from the command pull-down. ViaVision asks me what field to sort on and whether it should be sorted in ascending or descending order. And presto, it's in alphabetical order.
Very nice. Well, is there anything else about ViaVision that I should know about?
Well, it also generates documentation for all of the programs, files, and security. Oh, and it's also real easy to integrate basic code at any point within the program, to customize its operation or to do those tricky little things that made our other tool fall flat on its face. Dave, I know this product can handle anything we can throw at it. Well, the project was a huge success. Dave and I were promoted to corporate level. Lisa is selling our product like crazy. I keep thinking about where we would all be right now if we had let our past experiences with application generators keep us from looking at ViaVision. But I'm glad I'll never have to know. I guess if I have one piece of advice for you, it would be to look at all of the competitors' products, try them out, and then test drive ViaVision.